and welcome. So this is the week of April 10th, and today we were going to, talk about how to read oracle cards. So, hello. Are your spirit guides leading you to take like a spiritual journey, nudging you towards like a spiritual awakening? Do you even know how to start a spiritual journey? If you're here with me today, then I believe the answer is yes. So join me while I help you answer some of the many questions you may have. And the question we're going to answer today is, how do you read oracle cards? And then, of course, I'll pull some cards and give you a reading for the week of April 10th to the 16th. But before I get too far into this, if you wanted to be notified each week of my latest oracle card reading, hit the bell and subscribe to my channel. Now join me here as I prepare myself for this time with Spirit. To do that, I always like to have my surroundings set with crystals. As you can see, I have many different crystals sitting around, and different pieces and things that give me kind of a spiritual grounding effect, and things that just make me connect with Spirit. I also have my diffuser that I always use as I'm pulling cards to diffuse, the right blends for the time. Most of the time it's a grounding blend. I love my orchids, and those I always bring into my setting. And this here is Samuel Owl. And this is just a sculpture that called to me and said he needed to be with me, and always reminds me of my late husband, Mike. And so I love to have him with me by my side as I pull cards. So a question that I get asked a lot is, how do you read oracle cards? And the answer to that is what we're going to talk about today. To begin reading oracle cards, there are 6 basic steps. Remember, oracle cards are designed to easily engage with the reader through like visual stimulation. And as a result, oracle cards and decks are a first choice for those developing their intuition. So, now just to begin and start, the number one first thing you must do with any oracle cards, is to clear the deck. And this is a very simple process of removing all the negative energy from the cards. Even if it's a brand new deck out of the box, you need to clear them. And basically what you need to do is rub your hands over the cards, around the edges, especially around the corners, telling Spirit to please remove all negative energy, all bad vibes, everything that is not good and for the greatest purpose of all needs to be removed. And then the next thing that we're going to do is to prepare the cards. So here you are asking Spirit to bless the cards, to instill in them the positive energy so that you can, really do the best job that you can in reading cards, and that it's always going to give us the highest good of all, right? So that's what you're asking Spirit to do when you're saying, Spirit, please bless these cards. Give it the highest energy, positive energy possible, always giving us insights into the highest good of all. And once you've done that, then you need to set an intention. And in this step, you will hold the cards lovingly and ask the Spirit for guidance in their help in choosing the right cards today. So Spirit, please guide me in my card choices today, and make sure that we are pulling the cards for all those watching to give them insights into questions they are asking, and know that these insights are for their highest good. and that, they're asking the right questions. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to ask a question. Now, you don't have to ask your question out loud. Of course you can, but you don't have to. The thing that you want to make sure of when you're asking a question is that you don't want it to be a yes and no question. You would prefer to keep your questions open-ended, and to the extent that you can, be as specific as possible and direct as possible, especially if you're pulling cards for a specific person, whether it's yourself or somebody else. You want the question to be pretty specific. Now today, because I am pulling this card for everyone, the entire group and everyone that's watching, I'm going to leave it a little bit more open, and I'm just going to ask that Spirit give us the right cards for everybody involved, so that they can know and see insights into their lives and what they need to do on their journey, and that they're doing everything that they possibly can that's in their highest good and the highest good of everyone else that's involved. So now that I've asked that, and again, you don't have to ask it out loud, we're going to go ahead and shuffle the cards, okay? Now, I typically shuffle kind of like a regular card deck, and some people do that, some people don't. The reason that I choose to shuffle my cards this way is primarily because I have really small hands, and honestly, I really struggle to hold the cards this way and shuffle, so I don't do it as often. I know a lot of people do it that way. I can hold them this way and do it, but the cards are pretty long, and so I just don't feel that it's quite as easy to do, and I lose cards and things flip around a lot. So my preferred method is to do the normal shuffle. Okay, so then, just so that you guys can see, I am using this deck called the Enchanted Map, and it's by Colette Baron Reed. And this is one that I really, really love. I've felt that this deck is very masculine, and when I pull cards from this deck, I always feel like that this one is pulling in my father. The animal deck is what pulls in my husband, but this one actually pulls in my father. So I think as you go through and choose your decks, you will find that you feel different people come to you in different decks. So now that I've shuffled the cards, I'm going to go ahead and pull the cards. I'm just going to take the top 3 cards on the deck. You can choose your cards however you like. You can choose to pull them randomly, throughout the deck. You can reshuffle in between, whatever it is that you choose to do. And now that we've got the 3 cards, this is when you would read them, right? So divinatory practitioners, whether you're an amateur or a veteran, you also have the luxury of getting clear definitions with oracle cards, because very often oracle cards will have a sentence or a byline that provides like a clear definition of the card, which makes it easier to assess the situation, right? You don't have to have everything memorized. So now that we've got our cards of our own, just before I read them, I want to let you know that I'm diffusing, my oils here. And again, I kind of mentioned that I have a really nice blend. It's got a lot of grounding oils. This one actually has, it has 2 drops each of lemon, grapefruit, Siberian fir, Roman chamomile, and sandalwood. So this is one that I use a lot, especially when I need to get work done, to be grounded, but also uplifted and feeling, really good and ready to get things done. So if you've ever wondered how essential oils can enhance your spiritual journey, well, let me tell you, they really can. And they've been around and used for enlightenment for centuries. And you can even get my essential oil guide with all the details on which oils to use for spiritual healing, guidance, and emotions, right? So if you watch to the end, I will tell you where you can get this free guide. But now, let's get to the cards, okay? So universe, what do we need to know about this week that it is in our highest good and the highest good of all who need to hear this reading today? So our first card is what is in motion right now, okay? So this is card number 31. This is dry desert, okay? Dry desert is the meaning of this one is dig deep for inspiration and truth. And now is the time to become resilient and adaptable. Okay. So is life presenting you with opportunities that seem to be yielding nothing? Are there times when you're asked, actually, even before that, have you had ideas that dry up? Or do you even feel like there's times when you're asked to become resilient as you travel through life during harsh circumstances? Okay, well, that may be what's going on right now. And you need to conserve your energy because it's not until after you put forth consistent energy and effort that you'll reach the oasis you've been searching for. Okay, so what do we mean by that? So just like the creatures of the desert that dig deep underground to survive, you need to go deep inside to find your truth. Okay, so let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is that you're looking for, you won't find it until you move past the surface of things and do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. And this may not feel like it's the most productive time, but looks can be deceiving. Okay? So you're going to have to start doing some of that hard work, asking those questions, really asking them of yourself, and looking and listening inside. Ask your question, and then ask why. Why is that? And then when you get an answer, ask, why is that? And, just keep digging deeper and deeper. So then we're going to go to card number 2, which is what is the underlying hidden influence here? And it is card number 54, encouragement. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. Okay, so that's what this encouragement card is all about. It's here to tell you that you are being encouraged to step into your power. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You'll get the help that you need, and you won't have to do this all alone. So every step that you take right now is supported by the universe and spirit, and you are on the right path. Okay? So that plays in very well with your first card of going deep, because the universe is telling you this is your nudge in the right direction. Okay? So you're protected, you're guided, you're doing the right thing. And so now card 3, what do I need to know right now to remain on this path, or course correct, to remain in alignment with the highest good? And it is card number 12, slow and steady. So we all know this as slow and steady wins the race, right? And that is exactly what this card is telling you today. It's time to take it easy, have easy movements, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that life at a slower pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Okay? Slowing down gives you more contact with the juicier moments in your life. So you need to enjoy them. And as I said before, this is a great complement of cards. They all work together. You know, you're being asked to dig deep, to go in, to look for the soul of why you're doing things, and look deep inside as to why you're doing the searches that you are and moving in the direction that you're going. And also know that Spirit has your back, that they're nudging you forward to do this, to do the deep work, to go in there and be resilient and find the answers. And more importantly, slow down. Just slow down and enjoy the process. Okay? So, my friends, go forth this week and dig beyond the surface to get to the truth and find your real source of who you are. Remember, the universe has your back and is guiding you in the right direction. But take it slow for now, just moving forward so that you have the time to enjoy the movements that are worth treasuring. Trust that everything happens for your highest good and the highest good of all. Namaste. Now, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to my channel. Watch my next video where we go over connecting with Source. I'll see you there. And remember to join my Facebook group to learn more about oracle cards and essential oils and how they can be a game changer in your life to living healthier, happier, more natural life. Click the link in my description to get your free download or to join a free class on essential oils and learn how they are made and how to use them and what makes a good essential oil. So, with all of that said, I hope to see you again next week for another weekly peek into what Spirit has in store for you. See you then.